Welcome, fellow survivors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of a new series covering Rustbound. If you would like to skip the game's overview or the intro cinematic, please use YouTube chapters. Rustbound is a game where you turn a forgotten ruin into a thriving settlement, craft items, manage workshops, recruit survivors, and transform a rusty scrap heap into a post-apocalyptic haven, all wrapped up in a little management RPG. The world didn't end in a day. Cities emptied and roads crumbled. Nature reclaimed what was left behind. But people endured. Small communities survived among the ruins. Most barely scraped by. This place had potential. A roof, a well, a chance. The ruins still held useful materials. If someone was willing to risk retrieving them. With enough scrap, enough effort, something better could be built. Build an outpost. Reclaim the wastes. Create a future. The world is gone, but opportunity remains. Small settlements survive by scavenging the ruins of the old world. Build a thriving outpost by crafting equipment, sending survivors into dangerous regions, and slowly reclaiming what was left behind. Build your outpost. Expand your settlement by unlocking new stations and specialists. Craft equipment. Turn salvage materials into powerful equipment. Equip survivors. Well-equipped survivors recover better resources. And explore further. Harder regions contain stronger materials and better rewards. Got it. So, we start off with a simple goal. Send out your marauder to fight and loot on a salvage run. Click the Lost City Outland to select it. So right at the start, we have our money in the top left. We've got our population and items. We've got the resources here, which I so conveniently put. Okay, let me fix that. Good God. Yes, I'll pretend like I prepped appropriately. The heart of Rustbound. Everything you do helps prepare your survivors for the next expedition. Each journey unlocks stronger materials, better equipment, and new opportunities. Recover resources, craft equipment, equip the survivors, and explore harder areas. As a loop. Alright. So this is our marauder. And he is naked, as you can see. Every item starts here. Your crafting stations are the heart of the outpost. New stations unlock entirely new categories of equipment. Better ingredients create stronger gear, higher quality equipment is more valuable, and level stations to unlock new recipes. And here's how. So if we click on the initial guy that we got over here, we can make a salvage cleaver if we had wood, wires, and blueprints. And let's go ahead into the Lost City. And this is sort of maybe well, all right, let me just read this. The ruins hold everything. Expeditions are your primary source of materials. Harder regions contain stronger resources and better crafting ingredients. Killing enemies grants ingredients. Chests give equipment, and metal and wood objects give those ingredients exclusively. If you are low on health, you should retreat to keep all of your items. And then the Outlands are meant to be run continuously as your primary source of ingredients. And yes, this is very much like Fallout Shelter. So, we have done the first scavenge, and the rewards is 25 coin, some experience, and some crafting material. Keep the settlement running. Selling equipment funds every expansion. Find the right balance between crafting and selling is the key to growth. So display the item to be sold, click the item and set the price, and try to find the perfect number that people are willing to spend on it. Get the customer feedback. So if you sold it at too low of a cost, you'll have like this like double money plus. That's like you undervalued it, and then earn caps. All right, let's claim this for scavenge. We got some rewards. You can see the materials up here on the top. And if we click on this scrapper, I can have him make a salvage cleaver. And I made a white salvage cleaver. And what I can do is I can click on my Marauder and equip it immediately, gaining 1 strength, 1 dex. And my survivor here is gonna die, so I'm gonna send him back before he dies. And he'll auto heal at home. Always have a goal. Quest rewards you for learning new mechanics and exploring the world. So accept your quests. Claim the completion credit. So, scrap into treasure. Craft your first item. We just did that. Equip the item to your Marauder. And we can claim that one too. Okay. Craft another weapon and salvage 5 materials from a salvage run. So here we go. Let's craft another salvage cleaver and collect it. Now in this case, I'm going to claim the reward. But in this case, what we can do is we can also equip it to this scrapper. Gaining strength and gaining dex increases their craft experience and tip chance, so they could be tipped when they finish crafting stuff. Now in this case, I'm just going to sell this item, but it's worth noting that even your crafters can get equipped with stuff. So if we want to sell the weapon by dragging it into the table slot, let's click on the scrapper, and the weapon here costs 25 caps to craft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the price to, let's say, 40. And see if anyone buys it at 40. And as you can see, they bought it at 40, and not only that, but they had like the plus dollar bill eyes, which indicates I valued it too low. Alright, next is expanding the outpost. Reach outpost rank 1. So I'm going to send my survivor back out to try to do these salvage pieces. And then here's your outpost level, and your outpost level goes up by just like experience and completions and the like. Let's go ahead and make some new weapons. And maybe I'll get lucky and make a higher level one. Okay, outpost rank up. We got new blueprints and stuff. Every rank matters. Growing your outpost unlocks nearly everything in Rustbound. New stations, new regions, new recipes, and more inventory. Okay. definitely going back home with 1 HP. All right, I'm going to claim both of these. We got the outpost and the salvage pieces. Next up, hire the Outrider and equip your Marauder with helmet, boots, gloves, waist, and weapons. All right, so here's a helmet. And quality matters. Higher quality equipment is stronger and sells for more and grants more mastery progress. And I'll explain mastery in a little bit. There's pants. Ooh, blue. Oops. Gloves. And I don't have the caps for boots. I'm basically out of money. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try selling the cleavers, and I'm going to sell for, let's say, 50 rather than 40. And see if he buys it at 50. So he might buy this one at like 54, 55. Let's try that. Nope, he says, nah, not at that price. Let's try 52. Do it. Do it. Yeah, chat, I am happy to field questions about that to you guys. The developer has like a AI disclaimer, which is that nothing was AI generated. Or at least their disclaimer, I think, references the art. I don't know about the music, but this is not an AI art generated game. This was a solo dev who's primarily an artist. Or at least that's what their disclaimer claims. I'm not trying to defend them, I'm just saying I'm relaying information that I have read about this game to you guys. Okay. So now our Outrider has a weapon, waist, hat, feet, hands, and waist. What am I missing? Oh, it also wants me to equip my scrapper too. So I haven't done that. So let's send my Marauder back out, who's now got a full set of gear, and then try to get a set of gear for the scrapper, which is the crafter that we have. And he's already faring better in combat, doing more damage, and tanking better. And what we will need to do is balance crafting with sales. Because if I hoard all the gear for myself and I don't sell it, then I don't have enough money to craft anything new. So for now, I want to build up my coin a little bit. So that I can keep crafting new stuff. And I think it's reasonable to equip our scrapper with just like white gear, you know, basic gear, and then level it up later on. A question about the game that didn't include a question. Well, I don't know what to do with that. All right, we are completely out of caps. I'm going to send the Outrider or the Marauder back out. And I've used up basically all of my crafting material, but the scrapper now has like at least a basic set of gear, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off and just sell it so that I can make more money. So the pants cost 35 caps to produce. Let's try to sell them at 50 and then do the same for the helmet. The helmet costs 33 to produce. Let's sell it at also, let's sell these at 55 and and these at 50. And both of them bought it with a little bit more room for price hikes, which I don't intend to do. All right, what about these boots? These boots cost 35, so let's sell them at 55. A green weapon. Switch that off to our Marauder. And now I'm basically out of materials again, but at least we're building up our caps. Alright, so this helmet will sell for 55. And you can track like previous prices for things. So that new weapon has higher dex stats, which is good. Alright, back out you go. Now, as far as the scrapper goes, luck, which is upgrade chance, and charisma, which is returning ingredients, and endurance, which is like price range, and dex maybe are the most important. Craft speed, craft experience maybe isn't all that important in my opinion. But I have no materials for anything, so we're gonna have to wait on that. And we might actually clear... Yeah, we're going to clear level 1 of the Lost City. And when you do that, you gain extra items, which is great. Let's see about actually completing the ready for the road, equipping our guys with everything. So we're just missing waste, which needs a human skull. Well, that's metal. And then I'll create some salvage cleavers for sale. Ooh, a green one. Actually, you know what? Let's... Because tip chance isn't a big deal for our crafter. I'm going to sell the green one. So the white ones sell for 52. The green ones will try to sell for 60. Oh, he immediately buys it for 60. Perfect. Oh, purple. This has 2 more dex. And dex is really important for a marauder who does gathering damage with it. So he can clear, like, debris without getting us hurt. Additionally, every time you craft like the rarer versions of stuff, you work on mastery points, and I'll explain that in a minute once the run's over, because I don't want to die on the run. So mastery points. When you manage to craft 1 of every rarity for an item, you gain mastery points, which gives you like big passive bonuses down here. So getting a purple cleaver is useful. Epic is the hardest to achieve, so hopefully we'll like get lucky and craft an epic. All right, so this waste piece is the last piece that our scrapper needs. And ready for the road is now claimable. And then we immediately go to Outpost Rank 2. Alright, every scrap has value. Converters trade extra ingredients for the ones you're missing. Perfect for finishing recipes without another expedition. So you choose your ingredient. You convert one ingredient to another ingredient at a certain ratio, different, depending. If it's the same biome and same rank, it's 2 to 1. If it's the same biome, different rank, it's 4 to 1. If it's a different biome, any rank, it's 8 to 1. And then you can collect it. And that's in this slot here, the converter. All right, we also got the settlement growth, to reach level 2, so we're going to claim that as well. Okay, we have enough coin to either get a converter or an outrider, so I'm going to have you guys decide in just a minute. But here are the new gear that we can make. So we can make a chest piece, and I'm going to equip our Marauder with this stuff before I send him out, so he's more likely to be able to clear the Lost City. And it was a blue. Well, hell, that's pretty nice. And then this is a wrist piece. And then we'll do a try for a higher level waist piece. So if we take a look at the Marauder, the waist piece is we give up an endurance for a luck. So luck is chest and bottle caps, and endurance is exhaustion total. So I'm going to keep the endurance up and instead give the belt to our crafter and then sell the one I swapped out. Dennis, thank you for the gifted subs. So while our Marauder is out there trying to clear rank 0 of the city, what to buy? Converter or outrider? Buy is kind of weird term because we'd be hiring the outrider, but you know, whatever. We're like 1 coin away from the outrider, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll craft some stuff for the extra coin. And he cleared it. We just cleared Lost City rank 0. Or rank 1. Alright, the chests I just put up for sale cost 50 to craft. So let's try to sell them for like 70. I'm going to sell the first one at 70, and if it buys... If like they buy it with like no resistance, then I'll raise the price. Capitalism. Come on, buy it. He's like, man, I don't know. Come on, guys. I think they're trying to buy one and not the other. Hold on, let me... I'll sell whatever. I'll sell both. So we've cleared rank 1 of the Lost City once out of 6 times. Oh yeah, all right. So they bought it at 70. I'm going to sell it at 75. We also dug through the ruins, recovered 20 materials, so we can claim that as well. And it looks to me like you guys want the outrider. Got it. So I'll hire them in just a moment. Here we go. The outrider is a scout, and they have different crafting. So every survivor has their role. So different professions craft different types of items. And it's all about like stats. So this outrider here has a completely different subset of things that they can make. Let's go ahead. So if we compare them side by side, like this is strength 1, dex 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then these are like strength 0, dex 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is a trinket slot. I might as well just craft trinkets for everybody. And then on that run, we actually found one of these batons too. Oh, I'm out of coin. All right, you equip that trinket, and then I'll sell that one. Now I'm selling the items on the scrapper, not the outrider, because the scrapper has like stat bonuses that the outrider doesn't. So the trinket costs 37 to manufacture. We'll sell it for like 55. And then these weapons are probably not better than what the Marauder has, but probably better than what Yeah, definitely better than what the Scrapper had. And we can claim the reward for getting the Outrider. And we're starting to make rank 2 items. So this like cloak is a rank 2 item. These hands are rank 2 items. And and that was a rare one. And rank 2 items are obviously going to have higher stat bonuses than the rank 1s. So I made like a whole bunch. And I'm going to equip the Outrider and then send them back out. Ooh, very nice. So these pants lower charisma and endurance but increase luck. I think they're probably best to put on the Scrapper, because luck is upgrade chance for crafting. And then we're selling these wastes, which was 49 to make, so we'll sell them at like 75. And then the shock batons were 38 to make. I'll sell them at 55. These gloves are only an improvement, and the back was an empty slot, so that's only an improvement. So now our Marauder has much higher stats, and I'm sending them back out to the rank 1. All right, and the impact gloves that we have cost us 34 to make. I'll try to sell them at 53. And as you can see, our Marauder now is like one-shotting everything, as their stats are higher enough to just like plow through the rank 1 dungeons. With health to spare. And what I need to, well, not need, but what I ought to be doing is also, when appropriate, equip our crafters with upgraded gear, so that they have a higher chance for like better items. So these boots, for instance, I made for 42. I'll sell them for 72. At least try to. Yep, and they bought it. Ooh, a rare pants. Yeah, it's worth it. Alright, so these pants, the whites we're selling for 55. We'll try to sell these for 75? Maybe 80? I'll go for 80. And the welded chest plates are pretty cheap to manufacture, so maybe that will be our like bread and butter item that we sell for a bit. Some items are just really easy to manufacture, so you can just grind them out. And at some point, we'll need to work on filling up the remaining slots for our people. Up, rank up, here we go. Merger machine, new zone, and new recipes. So the merger machine allows you to take 3 items. I think it's 3, not 5. 3 items of the same quality and upgrade it to a higher level item, which is one way to work on masteries. It's relatively expensive though, so it's not something I would advise doing. Unless you're trying to do meta stuff. But that's back here. And we have now cleared the Lost City 5 of 6 times. So we've been selling these at I'll try 82. Yeah, they're making money. They're flying off the shelves. Mirror plate rig. This is a new piece that is a back slot, which would replace the cloak we had, and then I'll put the cloak on our crafter. So this crafter doesn't have wrist or trinket slots or ring. So we got a ring over here, and I'm gonna try to like level up the crafter a bit so we have higher level stuff we make. So that's a ring, and this is a trinket. Oh, you know, I didn't have a ring on my other guy either. Let's make another ring. My primary. And I know the Outrider is being like massively neglected, but I'm selling almost everything on the Scrapper. That's why I'm focusing on the Scrapper. So then the Scrapper also doesn't have a wrist slot. So let's create something for wrists. I think he can make one for us, yeah. Okay, so they're pretty well equipped. And now let's just make a whole bunch of welded chest plates, and with any luck, they'll be higher level, like a purple. Holy hell. Higher level, allowing us to make more money on the sales. And this is using like random wood, so it's easy to grind for. And there we go. We did the rank 1 rather, Lost City enough. Let's try the toxic fields. And this is a different subset of materials that we loot. But it's going to be harder, of course. And we're having to fight like certain monsters multiple times, indicating it's harder. Okay. Little poll, what to buy, which is the merging tool or the patcher person. Hey, Wyland, thank you for the resub. Button pressed indeed. Ooh, we got our first tip. They tipped us 16 bottle caps. And our Marauder managed to clear the Toxic Fields rank 1, which is a level 3 area, on first try, which is, I was honestly not expecting. He still doesn't have a ring, so... How did I swear I put a ring on Marauder, but apparently I didn't, so let's get a ring on him. Oh, damn! Tracker ring, epic quality, first try. That is a lot more strength. Then be some luck. Oh, you know what? I didn't include the converter in the choices here, which I ought to have. So, new poll, sorry. So this, like, storm rat cloak, 48 is crafted, so let's sell it for 68. Raise it by 20. Yeah, that's roughly appropriate. And I'm trying to make like a rank 3 backpack. There we go. That's one worth wearing. So a little extra dex bonus. So these these regular backpacks sell for 44. Let's sell them for 64. I'll just type it in. It's faster. And send him back at last 0 because we have this Ruin Breaker achievement to try to clear the Lost City 3 times, which should be pretty easy for him because he's higher level now. And I think it's probably time to start putting together a gear set for our Outrider. So the Outrider has a chance for better bonuses as well. We have enough coins saved up that might make sense. So he needs helmet, waist, chest, helmet, and also Hands of the Maker. I just finished by like crafting a whole bunch of stuff. Might as well just get that reward. That one was legendary. So we're gaining more customers and unlocking new blueprints. These pants are better than I was wearing, so I'm wearing them now. So we need a chest piece. And it looks like you guys want me to get a converter. Copy that. Nah, I don't think that's an upgrade. Like a side grade. Alright, back, feet, hands. And then we'll start working on new gear for our Marauder so you can have a higher clear rate. And then last but not least, wrist. There's a new trinket slot, which looks pretty good. And there we go. Ruin Blank Breaker. Reach outpost level 4, which we've done. So now, recover 15 toxic field materials, clear the toxic field 3 times, sell 20 items, hire the patcher. But you guys want a converter, so I'm going to buy the converter. So the converter allows you to convert from something to something, and then you can convert and stop whenever you want. So if I ever like really need a certain item, I can always just convert them up. Alright, rebar halberd. Let's try it. Is it better? Yes. And then this weapon, 70, 80? Maybe try to sell for 85? He bought it for 85, but he did not like the price. Well, don't blame me. You bought it, dummy. Alright, my Marauder is definitely not going to be able to survive this clear, so I'm going to send him back in a second. Back we go. Because if you die doing it, you'll lose some of your loot. So it's not worth just like going until you die. Dang it! Get back here! I wasn't trying to sell that. Oh well, whatever. I've been looted! Alright, pull up again for what to buy next. And I would love to get that fancy trinket on my Marauder. So here's to hoping we find the materials. Ooh, upgrade. So we need to sell 15 more items and then clear the toxic fields 3 times and then hire the patcher, which it looks like you guys are voting on for me to do, but there's still, of course, time to vote. And we just got one of those purpley things that we needed in order to make that new trinket, which is great. Oh, this feels bad. I don't want to sell a legendary item. All right, 75, 85, 95. Maybe let's try 95. And we cleared that. All right, so that means we can make that trinket. I don't think anyone wants these. I guess you'll take the pants. All right, let's make that trinket. The field scope. Oh, what is that? This item, I don't even know what that material is. And it's worth it. Thank you for tuning in to Rustbound, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions or feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow survivors.